So this here is a PPSH 43/52. It's the receiver. I got it on an auction site. It's an original from World War II. When I got this thing, it had a lot of issues due to age. One of those issues was the safety. So I took the safety completely out and made my own. I don't know why that ain't focusing, but I made my own safety system. And it works. Way better than it did originally. Oops. For example, safety on, trigger won't pull down. Safety off, trigger pulls down.
This is actually
a fully automatic trigger. It does not reset, so I can't actually build it until I have a semi-automatic trigger to put in it, and they don't make them because this is a World War II gun and they didn't make semi-automatic triggers back then. So until I have an SOT or the proper licensing, I should say, for fully automatics, I can't actually complete this World War II build unless I can come up with a blueprint design and build a semi-automatic trigger that will work in this. And I probably can, but it's going to be a fucking pain in the ass. Just thought everyone would find this kind of interesting. This is chambered in 7.62 by 25 millimeter. Alright, I fully took apart this PPSH 43/52 receiver. All it has now in it is a safety system, which I've modified to work to my advantage. The one this safety system came with was so old it didn't work, so I made my own. This is my own material I made. Alright, here we have the full auto trigger with the sear and the spring. And this is just another part of it. I actually have to put another one in. I bucked that one up on purpose to get it out. Alright, so before I upload this video, I wanted to take a second to answer a couple of questions that people had. A couple people asked me what this PPSH 43/52 will be chambered in. What caliber does it, take? And that's an interesting question. A lot of people don't know. But I can either chamber this in 7.62 by 25 millimeter, or I've even seen people chamber in 9 millimeter. What caliber am I going to chamber it in? I like the 7.62 by 25, but it's not a guaranteed round that the United States will continue to get. They're already banning Russian ammo from what I've heard. So 9 times out of 10, I'm going to chamber this fine old World War II receiver in 9 millimeter because I can get a boatload of that ammo and it's always going to be here in the United States. A couple people have asked me if you can put a Glock 19 magazine in the PPSH 43/52 receiver. Unfortunately, no. That's not going to work. And I had to tell them, unfortunately, no, that's not going to work. First off, the magazines will not fit. They will get stuck in this. Have I tried? Yeah, because somebody asked me, and I was like, well, let's just find out. I knew the answer, but, some people don't get satisfied till they see it themselves. So I was like, fuck it, I'll record it, film it, put one in here, and then they'll see. Because they were like, well, why can you chamber in 9 millimeter if you can't put a 9 millimeter magazine in it? And well, I had to make a video explaining that the Glock 19 magazine was made several years after World War II ended. They didn't have 9 millimeter back then, I don't think. They might have. I'm not a guru in, ammunition and the history of ammunition and the evolution of ammunition. They might have had 9 millimeter back then, but I know for a damn fact you cannot put a Glock 19 magazine in a PPSH 43/52 receiver. It doesn't fit. Glock 19 magazines were made so many years after World War II ended.